those eyes, seeing ounce of pain. That reminds me of a warm, safe place. As a child, and I whoa, whoa, sweet child of mine. Oh, sweet love of mine. So here's a description of the journey that I've been on for these past couple of days. And take it or leave it, I don't care. It's just up to you to make choices in your own life, which you know already. You've been told that since a very young age. But indirectly, you have been told also, sometimes, depending on, it's a case-by-case basis, but generally speaking, you have also been told you have to release yourself from your own personal concerns and go with the group. You have to think like the group. Because otherwise it's dangerous, right? Insane people are literally just people who think they can keep doing the same things and expect something to change. The thing is that I'm experiencing in my own life is that things are already changing and we have to do things differently. Otherwise, it will continue to stagnate. So here we go. Here's a quote from Ouspensky. Conserve your powers, daily renewed sense yearnings, sap your inner peace. Which means you wake up each day with this feeling that, well, I'm not going to speak for you, I'm just going to speak for myself. I wake up every day with this sense that there's something wrong and I need to fix it. It comes from my childhood experience. It just simply does. Dreams. They are like openings in a reservoir that allow vital waters to be wasted in the desert soil of materialism. So, Jacob, I think you would really like that quote. Difficulty being silent is often rooted in the inability to admit powerless and confusion. Because if we got it all figured out, then what would be the point of anything, right? Exploring a relationship is equal to exploring yourself. I learned that through my relationships. Romantic ones. You know what I mean? Personal boundaries are not equal to assertiveness. Personal boundaries are what does and doesn't resonate within you. It's possible that the collective of Ra is so confoundingly diverse that this is from a video from Exurbia, EXURB1A, on YouTube, that they themselves struggle to relate to us and themselves. Or maybe they, like us, are beyond meaning in some way, for whatever reason. It begins to become impossible to remember the suffering this time. That's from a meeting that I had with my sponsor, JP. And that's what I extrapolated from the big book. So, in one way, I'm completely missing the point of Alcoholics Anonymous because... because I've talked about it before. Like just now. And it sucks because I'm doing this video in one take. And I'm not trying to get tripped up on the words here. But the point of AA is attraction, not promotion. I just wanted to make that clear. Alright, so if God's grace, let me dissect the dissection. When it begins to become impossible to remember the suffering, we lose sight of what's really important, which is the fact that we need to stay If God's grace is not around, the alcoholic will try and fail to get and stay sober. Here's a direct quote. We have found much of heaven, and we have been rocketed into a fourth dimension of existence, of which we had not even dreamed. So what I interpret that to mean is protection and progression. Hair. All alcoholics that are willing to admit that they are wanted at some point spiritual help. Resentment is, this is what I learned today. The resentment is the basis of spiritual malady. Now, let me go back to a couple of days ago. Or yesterday? It was yesterday. No satisfying answer for fault. There is. Has so much going through his head, but still chooses to speak. I'm talking about my meditative instructor, aka my sponsor. God, I love you, I care for you, and I will see to it that I would help of thy power, thy love, and thy way of life forever and ever. Don't get caught up in words and perceived feelings. What does or do people and people's entities mean? That's what's more important. We're incredibly lucky to have this scientific mind. Incredibly lucky. The key to the door of giving up your entire essence and being to the universe is willingness to start with belonging. It is easy to hold compassion for, then expand from there. Just be honest. And stay connected. You can tell from my stringy, greasy hair that I haven't taken a shower in quite some time. Extend the offer. Don't return the favor. That's about forgiveness. And also about forgiveness, I learned from the Wrangler School today. It's on a YouTube channel. Forgiveness is not about accepting blindly the bad things that other people do to you. It's about being willing to forgive them if they ask you to. Thinking that you can read into someone's mind not only disconnects you from their experience and experiences, but you're blocking and getting in the way of soul-to-soul contact. Everyone, in a sense, because of reincarnation, has been your mother. I was always in and at war with the world ever since I was a kid. Me. You get out what you put in. So if you surrender, then the universe will come to you. So I believe that what God is, when people talking about God, is the fact that we have evolved. Mutation, selective, natural selection. So, real joy is service to other people. So today work on not judging people and just being grateful.